Hey guys, thanks for coming back. This weekend I saw Furious 7 starring Vin Diesel, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and of course Jason Statham, and the great late Paul Walker. And guys, this is with the K review. I'm Victor, and let's start out this review a little awesome today. Come on, let's me hear your car sounds.
With a K review.
It's VIC?
No, it's with a K.
Oh.
So I started to see the previews for Furious 7, I was actually kind of excited. The last Fast and Furious movie, I was like, it was okay. It was a lot of the ramped up action and so forth, you know, like they take down a tank, they take down a plane. And when I saw that in the previews, I was like, oh my god, what are they going to do next? Launch a nuclear missile or something? And then I saw that in this movie, they were going to have just a ton of awesome action characters. You were going to have Tony Jaa from The Protector in the Oinbach series. You're going to have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson from like every other awesome action movie, except for like Hercules, which it kind of bombed at the theaters, but actually was kind of decent. You should check that one out. And then you have other actors like, you know, Vin Diesel, and then you have Kurt Russell in there too. And you really have just a ton of people showing up in this movie. You even have Ronda Rousey literally comes out of nowhere in this movie. And I love Ronda Rousey, and I think she's wonderful, a great fighter in the UFC. I'm not going to say anything bad about her in this movie, so I really don't want her to punch me in the face. But in this movie, they just seems to have all these awesome characters in the movie, and it doesn't really come together all that well towards the end. Now, in this movie, you're going to have a thing called the God's Eye, which they're all trying to find. And this movie kind of does turn into like a revenge plot. You do have the guy, Deckard Shaw, who's played by Jason Statham. And I love Jason Statham as an actor. I think he's one of the better action guys. And in this movie, they really make him seem like an ultimate badass. Like, even the way he's introduced in this movie is awesome. But I just didn't really think that they really put him, like, first in the movie. You have a bunch of other characters, like you have Tony Jaa, Damijan Houston in this movie, which I don't even know why he's there. And then you also have like Ronda Rousey and a lot of other characters who just all seem to be in here, and then they're there, and then they're not, and then they're there, and then they come in at the end. And what I think this movie actually really needed was it needed to like really trim down on a lot of the characters that it had. I don't really think you needed Kurt Russell in the movie. I don't think you needed Damijan. I'm not even going to keep trying on that one. And I really don't think you needed Ronda Rousey in the movie, even though her chick fight with Michelle Rodriguez was pretty damn cool. I just didn't think that they could have used just like maybe two characters. They had Tony Jaa, and that they had Jason Statham in the movie, and like they were just going after the group for revenge and stuff like that. You could have had a really more concise movie. But not everything in this movie is like horrible. I think there was a lot of good aspects, but the one thing in this movie, and I want to make this abundantly clear, like it was like nails in the chalkboard when I was seeing this in the theater. I was just like, ugh. And that was really the love story between Letty and Dominic Toretto in the movie. And I understand that, you know, Letty had this thing with her memory or whatever. And if you haven't seen the other one, I'm going to spoil the last Fast and Furious movie. But she had this like memory loss from an explosion. I thought that was the dumbest thing ever. But anyway, and their whole love story in the movie was actually really detracting because it was written really badly. It was like something like you see on Lifetime, where it was just kind of some bad acting, and I didn't buy it at all. But the one thing in this movie that really did hold it together in this movie was Paul Walker. I think Paul Walker throughout this entire series has done a great job of just kind of being that normal guy that's kind of keep everybody grounded in the movie. And there is a really nice dedication at the end of this movie. And just to be completely honest, it did bring a tear to my eye because they really did a nice job with it and everything like that. And it's so bad that he lost his life in some terrible accident a couple years ago. So I would say that this Fast and Furious 7 movie it's a decent movie. Like, I went there and I was like, I actually enjoyed it. Everybody at the end of the movie clapped when the ending happened. You know, everybody had a really good time. So I think I'm going to have to give this movie about a 3.5 K review, and that's going to be a really strong one because this movie, even though it's directed by James Wan, the first time like him doing all the action, he actually did a really good job with all the fight scenes. I really enjoyed it, so please go see this one in theaters. Go see it for a matinee price. When it comes out on video, make sure to rent this one, and when it becomes streaming, make sure to shift it into high gear. Oh man. Anyway, make sure you stream it and put it in your top 25. And as always, thanks guys for watching my review. Really do appreciate all the viewers and subscribers that I do have. Make sure to whack right here. If you want to subscribe to my channel, whack up there. If you want to see any of my past reviews, leave a little whacked out comment below, you know. Let me know, what is your favorite Fast and Furious movie, and who is your favorite Fast and Furious character? Actually, mine has started to become ludicrous in this movie, because in this movie, he becomes a ninja. I'm dead serious. When you see the movie, he's a freaking ninja. And yeah, never forget, if you don't like what you're watching, you can always turn it off. But thanks for coming back, whoa, and seeing me. See ya.